What up, guys? Salim from Notorious S back at it again, baby. Look, I want to have a monologue with you guys today. I want to change the format that I've been having for the first two videos of my channel because I was following a structure where I typically have 3 points that I'm going to talk about in the video. It helped me kind of bypass the first stage of talking in front of a camera and not just straight too far. But I want to have a monologue because I want to have a conversation and really have that authentic feel, because I think that's the best way that I can give you guys the knowledge. So we're going to take it this way today. I'm going to talk about something that I've been going through, because obviously this is the goal of this channel. I want you guys to walk with me along the way of me becoming a better guy, breaking the habits that I've been struggling with as a teenager, preteen, all these things up to early teenage, up to early 20s, mid 20s, and late 20s. And really give you that knowledge so you can soak it up and maybe gain some time, man. You don't have to wait as long as I did to get these things done. So we're gonna get right into it, okay? Like I've been thinking in the past few days about, look, I've been on NoFap for 2 months consecutively. That's the longest I've been ever, right? On a diet, been eating correctly, and working out consecutively 4 to 5 days a week on Ramadan at that. Still working out. And I was kind of asking myself, look, what's the thing that I did differently this time to get shit done, to get shit started that I didn't before? Because obviously, if you're like me, it's not the first time that I've tried this. I've tried this on and on and on and on and on. No fat. Working out and dieting wasn't really hard for me because I've done it before. I've been skinny, I've been fit, I've been fat. I haven't been consistent with it because I was working and all these things were in the middle. I know this is an excuse, but it never was like a struggle for me. But doing the both of them at the same time and holding my own and actually going through it, yeah, this is phenomenal. This is tremendous. And I was reflecting. I was like to myself, like, what did I do this time that was really different from all the other times that I tried before and failed? And it really has to do with my mindset, the mental part of it all. And I want to go into that introspection with you guys, so you can kind of soak it up. Because I was thinking, look, what I did essentially by starting the working out, the eating correctly, the no-fap, is I took on new habits. Anytime you want to take on new habits, it automatically means you're gonna have to take to throw out old habits that you had, the old habits that made you eat incorrectly, that made you fat all the time. And what I was thinking is it means like that you needed to free space in your mind. Because the way I see it is that my mind is it's just like a cloud, an iCloud. There's a limited amount of storage, right? And you got to kind of wipe it clean to get new things inside it. The new app that tells me that I got to work out 4 to 5 times a week. The one that tells me that I got to eat correctly, make sure to hit my calorie intake and stop fapping. It just dawned on me, look, everybody's fighting for my attention. Everybody's fighting for that storage, that information storage in my mind, right? And when I try to take on a new habit, I'm not just taking on the old one that I'm trying to get rid of, but I'm taking on everybody that's fighting for that storage space in my mind, right? So if I try to eat more correctly, I'm fighting freaking McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, and Tim Hortons, all these guys that are actually trying to occupy space in my mind. Because you got to think about it. They're paying millions of dollars in advertisement every year so that they can occupy space in your mind to make it more likely that you're going to go to eat there. They're pulling on my mind in a different direction than I am. I am pulling on my mind. I'm going left. I'm trying to eat right. I'm trying to eat good. I'm trying to work out consistently. This is the left side. They're pulling towards me buying whatever service and or product that they're offering, right? The end goal of me buying that product, especially if it's fast food and, food in general, that's not good. It's not conducive to me reaching my goal, which is to lose weight. So we're both fighting for a different outcome, but the common denominator is it's space in my mind. So when you have that new habit, and what I did differently than I did before is I took out anything that was not going to be conducive to me reaching my goal, right? I'm not eating out. I'm not doing all these things. I'm making sure to do what I got to do to reach my goal. I really cleared my mind. I don't really believe in that thing where you have a lot of different things on your mind. I have one goal and I'm really oriented towards that goal. So I just focused on that, right? Same thing for the no-fap. Same thing for the nofap. You really got to make sure you clear out your mind and leave space for the things that really matter, because it's one brick at a time, not multiple ones at a time. It's one brick at a time. Second, I really realized is I had to weigh the pros and cons, because the reason why we take on new habits is, I think for me, probably will be the same for you guys, is you're looking at your future self or future ideal self, the person you're trying to be more alike, right? And you're taking that new habit on in the hopes of becoming like that person. You have to weigh the pros and cons and ask yourself, look, do I love eating unhealthily and fapping on my fucking self like a fucking hobo, like a fucking addicted, like a crackhead, like whatever you want, like, because you're addicted if you fap all the time, right? Do I enjoy that more, or do I want that more than I want to take a step closer to my future self? And I was like, no, but of course. And I bet everybody tells themselves that, but they don't act accordingly. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, because it's not gonna change. I've been trying to do that for a lot of years. So what's gonna change if I don't really make up my mind and tell myself, look, I'm gonna do it? Because I'm on Ramadan. I'm not eating for like 18 hours a day. If I can eat nothing for 18 hours a day, drink nothing for 18 hours a day, I can damn sure make sure to put the right food in my mouth, in my system, and work this shit out so I can become stronger. It's not fucking complicated, right? Good. So we get to it. We get to it. That's one. So you really got to make sure, like, you weigh the pros and the cons. If you don't want to be that new person, if you want to get closer to who you want to be, if you don't have the self-discipline of, going through with what you said you was going to do for yourself, man, I don't know what to tell you, because nobody's going to do it for you. Like, this is not a motivational speech, but bro, nobody's going to, like, stop looking for a savior. I'm not your savior. Whoever you're watching on YouTube giving you advice is not your savior either. It has to come from, like, you got to want to do it. Right? So get that into your mind. That's what these are like the main points I've been like racking, I've been looking inside of my mind, trying to figure out what it was that was different. 3 is like the other thing that was really in the back of my mind. I said I'd stop doing 3 points. I still have a third point, which it wasn't intended, but I have this like kind of concept that's like in the back of my mind. It's crystallization. What it means is, over time, if you adopt a new habit, good or bad, it's going to cement itself in your psyche. It's going to become second nature over time. And the longer you do that thing, the harder it is to break that pattern, the habit. So you kind of got to rely on the fact that if you adopt a good habit and you have it for a long time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, at some point, not only is it going to become easier, it's going to become second nature, and you're going to kind of forget about it. And that's what I had in mind when I started. I was like, man, one day, like, the nofap is going to be second nature. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not going to want to beat my meat. I'm 2 months in. I'm not struggling nearly as much as I used to. And I'm not even thinking about it, guys. Look, it happens sometimes, but for the most part, I'm not thinking about fapping. Yes, sometimes you got a tingly feeling. You're like, man, I got to smash them. But for the most part, it's a lot easier than it was. And it's just 2 months in, right? So keep in mind that it's going to get easier, but also keep in mind that the longer you preserve these bad habits that you have, the harder it is going to be to break the pattern. So you got to get on your shit for yourself, man. Like, we're in the era of like self-improvement. Everybody wants to be in self-improvement. Everybody watches self-improvement, but I'm ready to bet that out of the people that watch it, it's a little percentage that actually acts upon it. Like, do you really want to be a part of the people that watch shit that don't even act on it? Or truly, like, bro, are you part of the masses? Or are you different? If you're like me, man, I've always thought, like, when the people that I was looking at, the self-improvement guys that makes videos, and he was talking to the camera, I was like, man, I'm the one. You're talking to me, because I know I'm gonna do what you're telling me to do. Because I'm not a slacker. I was just looking for somebody to actually give me the advice that I was looking for, and I was gonna take it and run with it. I'm not lazy, man. I'm gonna do it. If you're anything like me, bro, get to it. It's one day at a time, but you gotta get to it. Look, that's all I got, guys. That's all I got, really. I wanted to have that conversation. I want to kind of pour that into you guys, and I'll check back with you guys later, man. Take it easy, okay? Let that sink in.